Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I am Bolt Up, host of the King's Rock podcast here, bringing you another video, and today I'm going to be going over a Chien Pao list that I believe is really good in the meta right now. As a matter of fact, today, I took this list to a 5th place finish out of 87 on a Limitless Online tournament, so we have the results right here. Finished 6-2, playing Chien Pao Excalibur. Let's go to the results here real quick. So round 1, I beat Lostina. Round 2, I beat Goldango. Round 3 was Gardevoir. Round 4 was Roaring Moon. Round 5 was a Lost Pile. So those were I was 5-0 there in first place with tiebreakers. As a matter of fact, I think I was the only 5-0 at that point. There was a couple 4-0-1s, I think, maybe. And then round 6, I played Fusion Mew and couldn't really get anything going, and they were able to outspeed me. And then round 7, it was more of a turbo Lost Box build, and I got the win there. So going into top 8, I was second place, second seed going to top 8. And then I came up against DTE Mew and lost round 1, came back and won round 2, and then lost round 3. So ended up finishing 5th place, highest of the tiebreakers out of the 5th through 8th. So 5th place finish for me. And this is the list that I used here. So my picture's covering up the Chien Pao. But it is a list that is mostly based off Jared Grimes' list. But one change I made from his is I dropped the 9th water energy and added the earthen vessel. I believe it was Rowan Stavenau. I saw his list, and his had the 8 water and the earthen vessel, but he did not play the Manaphy, and he played the Spiritomb. And at this point, I am kind of wishing I had played the Spiritomb instead, based on the 2 losses against Mew. But this is the list. It's pretty close to the Chien Pao of old. So the 3 Chien Paos, the 3 different Frigibaxes, the 2 Bidoof Bibarel line, the 2 Excalibur, 1 Radiant Greninja, 1 Manaphy, 4 Irida, 1 Iono, 4 Nest Ball, 4 VIP Pass, 4 Superior Energy Retrieval, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Cross Switcher, 3 Rare Candy, 2 Super Rod, 2 Canceling Clone, 1 Heavy Ball, 1 Earthen Vessel, 4 Pokestops, and 8 Water Energy. Now, I believe this deck to be really good in the meta, just because a lot of the top decks right now, this deck is really good against, like Charizard, Gardevoir. It's not bad against Miraidon. It's not bad against Roaring Moon, because it can trade almost as efficiently as they can, and you are almost as fast. So but you also can have more control over the game. So it's a deck that's pretty well positioned right now in the meta. Notice that I am not playing the Iron Hands. The problem with the Iron Hands in this deck is, yeah, I can kind of slot in there fairly easily. However, you're taking out a water energy for a lightning, and you're taking something out for the Iron Hands, and this deck it's fragile as it is, and every piece in there has a reason. It's all to add to consistency for a deck that's fairly inconsistent. But putting the Iron Hands in there, I think it just pushes it over the edge. So this is where I want to be. This is where the deck is. If I were to make a change, I possibly would play the Spiritomb over the Manaphy. It's kind of close. It depends on what you expect the meta to be like. And the last 3 losses I've had with this deck have all been to Mew. 2 in this tournament and 1 in a in-person tournament over the weekend as well. So it's something that I am definitely thinking about, is getting that Spiritomb in there for the Mew matchup. But without further ado, let's head to the matches. Alright, here we go, queuing up for the match. Now, as a reminder, if you enjoy the content, if you like what you're seeing, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Any of that really helps the channel grow, and all of that is very valuable as well. And as a reminder, I am one of the hosts of the Kings Rock podcast. We release the podcast every Thursday morning. So be sure to check that out. We got tournament analysis, things coming up. We did have a special guest on our last episode, and we may have another special guest coming up soon that I'm really excited about. So be sure to check that out every Thursday morning, 7 a.m. Central Time. Okay, so with this, I am going to go first. Okay, so we got the Pao and nothing. They didn't have anything either. Okay, we are... What is that? Okay. Well, it didn't do anything for us. Okay, so it is lost Goodra. Okay. This is a matchup I have not done very much, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we did get the Bidoof. We have the Nest Ball. Okay. And the Pokestop. Alright, that's not bad. Let's do this. Let's grab a Frigibax. Let's go ahead and Shivery Chill. Get some of these out of there. And Pokestop. See what we hit. Hit something good. That was pretty solid. The deck is built to where I think it's either half or one short of half is items. So that makes it a really good chance that you hit items off of that Pokestop. Okay. So, yeah, what started out as possibly a bad turn one, it's not too bad. We're going to go Manaphy because, yeah, I know they're playing something that can ping the Frigibax. With it being Goodra, they are most definitely playing the Radiant Greninja since the Goodra needs the water to attack anyway. The Radiant Greninja fits in there pretty well. So on the last episode of the podcast, Psychic Energy, interesting. On the last episode of the podcast, we had special guest Keaton Ash on, and one of the things we talked about was where Chien Pao is in the meta at this point. And it's been missing from a lot of day twos, or not placing very high, especially when a lot of people thought this was going to be the top of the meta when the Paradox Rift had come out. But one of the things he mentioned was Avery, and it's very true how important Avery is, or how important the bench is to a deck like Chien Pao, because there's so many things you want on the bench, and there's only a limited number of spots. So when you get everything set up, and then they hit you with an Avery, that really hurts. Because in a dream world, with Chien Pao, you have Chien Pao, you have 2 Bidoofs, you have 2 Frigibax, and you have Radiant Greninja. So there's your 6. Now, if you need the Manaphy out there, you have to decide, okay, are you cutting 1 Bidoof? Are you cutting the Greninja? You don't usually want to cut the Frigibax because you want to make sure you have a backup, and if you load up 2, it's just even better. And so when you have that bench, and then they hit you with the Avery, now you're losing things that you really don't want to be losing. Now you have to use your rods to get those back and try to re-get a set back up. And then if they Avery and then counter catch or KO or something like that, now they're doing a lot more to you than what could previously be done before counter catcher. Now, with that being said, Avery is a lot less around. It is not around as much as it was previously. So I think that helps to put Chien Pao in a pretty good spot. Okay, so we are out of energies now. We got them all in our hands. We do have the Irida if we want to load up the Excalibur. However, they did get the Manaphy down. So in a dream world, we get counter catcher, or cross switchers. We do have the canceling clone. What do they have in their lost zone? They have 4. Okay, so we're just gonna try to draw cards and see what we get. That was not it. That was not it at all. Let's see what we got in here. There's 1 cross switcher. Oh, 2 Iridas. Okay. One of the cross switchers is in there. Okay. Let's spin the stop. Okay. Well, no, not really any better. Because we did get the candy, but we still would need both cross switchers, and we're not going to get those. Unless... How far down could we get in cards in hand? I don't think we could get there. So we're going to go here. If we got the Ultra Ball, which I think we need to get the Ultra Ball anyway. So now we can candy here. We Ultra Ball away that. And we'll do the Pokestop to get the B-Barrel. That'll protect us later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. If we do energy retrieval, to throw away those 2, then we'll have 1, 2, 3 cards in hand. And now we can draw 2 more. And we're going to nest ball for another Phrygia Bax just in case they can boss KO that Excalibur. And then we'll do this, which is enough to KO the Cram, and it leaves both Pokemon set up to attack again next turn if something were to happen. So we got the energy retrieval off of that. We have the Irida to set back up another Excalibur on the other Phrygia Bax if we want. In a dream world, we cross switcher the 2 Greninja of the 2 Compies with double cross switcher and canceling clone. But I don't know if we will get there anytime soon. What are they at right now? They're at 5. This is going to get their 6th card in the lost zone. So it needs to be a Colress, most likely. Unless they have another Comfy and a Switch. They're at 6 now. 2 Mirage Gates are in the Lost Zone. Interesting. There's a Colress in the discard. There's a Raihan. So they can get... Well, they can't Mirage Gate. What are they getting? Nest Ball Cram. They have a way to switch it out. I'm assuming so. They wouldn't put the Cram on the bench if they didn't have a way to switch it out. Goodra VStar coming. Okay. Might be better to cross switch into the Goodra instead of hitting the Comfies, so that way you hit it before the shield gets on. Might be the better play. Okay, so we got the Pao, which is what we want. Let's draw with this, see if we hit any of the cross. We hit 2 cross switchers. Okay. Now the question comes, what do we do? I think the answer is we knock out the Goodra, right? What do we need? 624. So we need 5 to knock out the Goodra. I think that's the play. Throw that and throw that away. I need 5, so I can do that and still draw with the Greninja. One is in the prize pool. We're going to grab 2 prizes now. Two, 3. So 18, 24, 30. Let's knock out that Goodra before they can do anything with it. We go to 3. So we are now in Roxanne territory. But we do have the B barrel in case they want to Roxanne us. Honestly, I don't know if that was the right call. Maybe it would have been better to... Well, I guess it doesn't matter, because they just clear it to get it right back. So I don't think it mattered what we did. However, since they're not loading up a Goodra, we can come up and hit with a Baxcalibur. Because Baxcalibur's a single prizer that can take some knockouts here. And they're going to be careful with putting another Goodra up there. So we need to evolve this Frigibax, the other one. We need to get that evolved to just load up the HP to prevent Sableye from doing much. And then we hit with Baxcalibur to do some damage on the Chien Pao. Or, no. Hit with the Baxcalibur, do damage on the Cram. Okay, so there's that hit. So what we need to do is not let them knock out that Chien Pao. So first we're going to do this. We have a candy left. Both rods are gone, unfortunately. Let's go here. Get rid of you two. Yeah, there's the candy. Okay. Let's take the Baxcalibur. Because I don't think... I don't remember how much Goodra does, but I don't think it can knock out a Baxcalibur. I'm really hoping it can't. Two, three, four. Three, I only have one more left. That's the problem with this deck. Is you can run out of resources. Okay. Throwing away the rods was not a good idea on my part. But I'm hoping we can get maybe 2 prizes with this. Okay, so the Irida can fetch out the rare candy if we need it. So they do have to still get 4 prizes. We're head 2 right now. Here's the Goodra. How much damage did it do? 140. Okay, so the Goodra can't knock out the Baxcalibur. I wish we had grabbed the other cross switcher off of the prizes, because then we'd be in much better shape. If they boss KO the Chien Pao, they go down to 2. I think we're still in okay shape. Well, what do we say? It does 140, 20. Okay. So they can't take 3 prizes with a Sableye after hitting this with the Goodra. If they get the Goodra up there, do we win? 24, no. We're going to be, well, yeah, because we can get 4. All we need to do is 30. If we do 300, if they get the Goodra up there, we win. Unless they have counter catcher. And they counter catcher, knock out the Chien Pao. Well, even then we're fine, because we can just Ultra Ball for the other Chien Pao. So I think we're fine. Switch cart into the Goodra. I think we're fine. I think we have him checkmated. Because if they swing in Back's Caliber survives. Then we have to do 25, which is 5 energies. And I can get 4 back. Yeah, okay. So I can get 4 back, and then I can retreat, and then that's the 5, and we win. Unless there's something I'm not seeing, but I think we haven't checkmated. Okay. That's even better. And there's the win. So we're going to get it now with the energy retrieval. Woo! Okay. That was kind of scary. That was way too close. And there's a concession. Okay. So I think I don't know if it was the right move. Yeah, I think it was the right move knocking out the Goodra early on. Not letting them establish that Goodra VStar, and then just being able to hit turn after turn with that giant shield, and then being able to heal itself. I think preventing that was definitely the good call. So that is what Chien Pao can do. Like I said, I think it's stationed really good in the meta right now. I will continue to be playing it for a while because it just feels really good and it's a blast to play. So once again, if you enjoyed the content of the video, please leave a comment, like, subscribe. Any of that really helps the channel grow, and I'm very appreciative about that. And then also, if you would please check out the King's Rock podcast, posted every Thursday morning at 7 a.m. Central Time. So check that out as well. And other than that, have a good day.